If you're trying to make something rotate, you have to apply a torque to it, and there's three things that matter. There's an angle factor, there's a distance factor, and there's a force factor, okay? We're going to do an arm wrestling competition. Oh, yes. So what I want you to do is I want you to find someone in the class that you feel you're reasonably matched with, or someone who you just think you can take, because you need to experience some success this morning, okay? So find someone in the class who you want to go mano a mano with, okay? And I want you to do it. I want you to arm wrestle them. Seriously, do a little arm wrestling thing. Then we're going to come back and change the rules a little bit. All right, now we're going to mix it up a little bit. Okay, Colleen Lanza. Colleen and I are going to demonstrate a different way of doing this. Now, here's the thing. If I'm doing this with someone, I'm going to challenge someone to an arm wrestling thing. Come around the front, if you would. I try to mess with people this way. I'll say, okay, come on up. If we were going to like arm wrestle straight, we'd put our arms up and then we would do this, right? Okay. But I would say, okay, we're going to do something different. And I'm going to give you a choice of two alternate ways to do it. And here's alternate way number one. We're going to arm wrestle. Go ahead and put your arm up. And I'm going to grab onto your arm right here. That's way number one, okay? So I'm going to grab here rather than grabbing at your hand. I'm going to grab right here. Way number two, I'm going to put my arm up, and you're going to grab here. And I'll say, we're going to do one of the alternate ways of doing it. You can choose way number one, or you can use way number two. And typically, I would suggest that to someone and say, we're going to do it one way or the other. You get to pick. And they think, he's trying to mess with me. And in fact, I am. But they know that. They know that and think, well, I think maybe it's one. Except maybe he just wants me to think one. So I pick one, and it's actually two. What do I do? And then, even if they pick the one that allows them to win, I can just turn it into a physics lesson and go all pedantic on them. And then I didn't lose. I was just being teachery, so it's all good. So thank you very much for your help with that. Now, here's what you're going to do. You folks are going to try this with your partner. And when you're grabbing on, grab pretty near the elbow. Do the arm wrestling again, except do it way number one and way number two. And see who wins when. Here's the way to think about this. When you're doing an arm wrestling contest with someone, your goal is to make their arm rotate. And so you want to provide a torque. You want to apply a torque to them. And you have a bigger torque if the force that you apply is further from the center of rotation. Okay? So what you want to do, this woman is arm wrestling this man. She wants to apply a force as far from his elbow as she can. She wants to apply a force. If she takes her arm and she pulls it in here, she's really close to his elbow. She's not going to get as much torque. On the other hand, he is still going to get the full torque because he's applying his force at her hand. So if someone grabs onto you like so, they've only got this much of a lever, or you've only got, they've only got that much of a lever arm, but you have the whole length of their arm. And so if someone grabs a hold of you right here, you can win. You can win because you've got the full length. They've only got a short length, okay? And so this is all about torque. It's all about torque. And the further you are from the center, the more torque you can apply. And that's something we'll have a lot to say about. We're going to do lots of problems with that.